You know? Maybe we'll see soon as they get here. Nope, there's something. Joey Manuel. Hello? Which one? This one right in front of me?
Welcome, good evening. I'm Tom Ackerman at Powell Symphony Hall here in St. Louis. We are glad you're with us, and for the next 2 hours, we are going to lead you through the world premiere of Soul on Fire, John O'Leary's inspiring story. We have a group of 2,000 community leaders, cast and crew, celebrities, fans, people among the millions who have been inspired by John O'Leary's story. It's great to be along with you. Tom Ackerman, the friend of John Leary, I would like to say. He knows me as a friend. I've been at KMOX as the sports director of that radio station for a number of years. Before me, Ron Jacober, and before him, Jack Buck. I worked with Mr. Buck and had an opportunity to get to know him. And the story that you are about to see tonight, Soul on Fire, is an incredibly inspiring story of John. And you know what? It could have happened to any of us as little boys. A horrific accident and burns on 100% of his body. And then we discover this amazing story, this miracle, this life. And the movie and the people that are around John tonight will be talking about it for years to come. It's a thrilling night, shot here in St. Louis and felt by not only St. Louis, but people around the world. I want to bring in our first guest. Ketchy, come on over here and join our audience. Say hello to our live stream audience and also our crowd inside Powell Hall as they will get to know us here tonight. But Ketchy, thank you very much for being with us. Tell us, first of all, where you are from and your connection to this film here tonight.
So I came in from Houston. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I've lived in America for the last almost 20 years. And my connection to John is that we are both burn survivors. So we have a shared, type of story. And that's how we connected at first. And then over time, we kind of developed like an acquaintanceship that developed into a friendship. And 2 years ago, he had me on one of his events called Soul on Fire. It was really amazing. And it was kind of like the introduction to him and his family, like on a more personal level. And we kind of kept in contact since then. And so, when this was coming out, I mean, he reached out and was like, it would be amazing if you could come to this. I mean, it was a no-brainer for me, obviously, because this is an incredible representation of life after trauma and how amazing it can be, despite the things that happen to you in that life. So I feel like it's a celebration of life and a celebration of his life, and he's an amazing person, so I'm more than happy to be here for this.
You know, the book was published a decade ago. Yeah. Now the movie makes its world premiere tonight. But what I want to know is the in-between, some of the things that the two of you have talked about.
We've talked about our shared experience, really, when it comes to how challenging it can be to present yourself to the world after something so horrific happens to you. There's a lot of challenges, especially physical, bringing yourself forward and exposing yourself to a world that is very judgmental and can tell you how to feel about yourself if you don't decide for yourself. So I feel like we had that shared experience in putting ourselves out there. He's a great speaker and a great inspiration, and we also connected on that level too. Actually, that's the first way we connected, because I also do speaking engagements and stuff. So it just made sense, that connection, because we both have used our stories and our journeys to try to inspire people to live despite the difficulties that they go through, using our own personal experiences. So I think that was the initial, professional, connection that developed over time into something more personal.
And finally, what has been the reaction of people who have come into your life, and his life for that matter?
It's been, I would say 99.9% supportive. I think John would definitely attest to this, but there's a lot to be said for the kind of people you surround yourself with. after something like this happens, the support system that you have, they kind of form the foundation of how you stay grounded and helping you, remember the important things about what it means to be a person. The physical doesn't matter as much as what's inside. And, a world that judges the physical first, it's hard to navigate. But if you have the right people around you, you feel like they validate you and make you feel like presenting your authentic self to the world isn't something that's so difficult after all, especially if it inspires people. So I think that's pretty much, how I would say that.
It's a beautiful life. Life is beautiful. Life is a gift. You both are so inspirational and incredible, and thank you very much for being our first guest here on the red carpet tonight.
It's my honor. Thank you for having me, truly.
It's an absolute pleasure to catch up with Ketchy. And here in this town, in St. Louis, I just want to explain the building that people are going to walk into tonight. Powell Symphony Hall actually is 100 years old, but over the last 2 years, it has undergone an extensive renovation. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars of donations. We're talking about 65,000 feet of space. The Jack C. Taylor Center, which includes a studio for educational purposes, new bathrooms, new concessions, new seats, new space, new lighting, just an incredible feel inside the building. And it's appropriate, this renewal of Powell Symphony Hall and the new feeling that John and his group have had, waiting all this time to be able to tell the story to the world. The book, I can remember when John first reached out to me and he said, I wrote a book and I'm going to send you an advance copy. Now, it has a lot of mistakes in it, and make sure you understand that, but I want you to read it. I want you to let me know what you think. And I cried, and I was blown away by it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I actually read it a second time. And over the years, getting to know John and our shared feelings for Jack Buck, for the Cardinals, for St. Louis, those were amazing feelings. But then when you actually read the book and you went deep inside what actually had happened in that hospital room through correspondence, I mean, the baseballs that he was signing are here on display in the lobby. It's just amazing. It's quite surreal that it all comes together on one night. These physical pieces of memorabilia, the people involved, the project that Sony Pictures is now distributing, the amazing feeling of putting together a project of this magnitude. Can you just imagine what John is feeling tonight? We will talk to him tonight. We're also going to talk to some St. Louis royalty, Ozzie Smith, Joe Buck, and the Buck family. And we'll hear from many of our community leaders throughout tonight. Paul Cook is going to join us from inside the building tonight with an amazing VIP party that's happening here, because so many people are involved in not only this film, but also this building and giving back to St. Louis. People want to make St. Louis a great place. John chose, and the crew and the director and everybody chose to shoot this here in St. Louis. It was only appropriate. Maplewood, St. Louis University, places that meant the world to John, that meant everything, that meant him, had him feeling right at home. And those are the people that we're going to talk to here tonight. So it really is a great night, a very special night. We are going to speak here to our next guest. It's great to be with you.
How are you?
Tom Ackerman, how are you?
Doing great.
Tell the audience, this is our live stream with John O'Leary, but also inside Powell Hall, your name and where you're from.
I'm Father Kevin Schmidtkins. I am John's pastor at Holy Redeemer Parish in Webster Groves, and I got to be a little part of the film, and it was a great experience. And he's an amazing guy. Can you imagine trying to preach to him every week? It's like, I mean, oh my gosh, you know. But every time I talk to John, you walk away and you know that you're a better person than you were when you met him. And I think that is just one of those, he's one of those people that just brings that out of everybody. And it's because of his experience, and it's because of what he went through. And so his kids went through our school. I know his wife Beth, and they're just amazing people. And I got to see the film back on Sunday with a bunch of my parishioners, and it was just, it's outstanding. It's just an outstanding film, and it was really cool to be a part of that, just a little part of that. So,
How does he do it, do you think? How does he do this every day, surrounding himself with people that he can inspire, that he can continue to raise up? Where does he get this energy?
I don't know. It was funny. I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and I go, "How are things going?" He goes, "Well, we're getting a little run down, but I think we're going to be okay." And it's just, I know this whole thing has been just a big drain on him, but he has an energy, and I just think he just has a love for life. When you have experienced what he's experienced, you just don't take any moment for granted. And you just keep going, and that's how he does it. And I think he inspires all of us to do that as well. Any little thing that goes wrong in my life, I'm like, this is okay. I can handle this. And you just kind of plow forward. It's great.
I've been to his neighborhood in Webster Groves, and I live very close to there. For people who don't know, Webster Groves is a beautiful suburb here, pretty close to the city here in St. Louis. But that's the point, is that this is also very much a St. Louis story. How meaningful is it to you that we are here, that we are doing this here?
Well, the whole movie is just full of St. Louis. The Arch, St. Louis University, the ballpark. He's a St. Louis kid through and through. The whole thing with Jack Buck, it's just amazing. And it just does your heart proud, because so often our city gets kind of torn down a little bit, because of all the problems. And it has never looked better. And it's one of those things where this is what this city is all about. And it really is a big community, a big friendly community, if we can find it. And I think it's there.
One final thing. Tell me about John's faith and how that gets him through every single day.
Well, his faith inspires me. I let you know that. And I think that his faith is based on something that's real, and when you watch the movie, it comes across so strong that these are just real people, and that they're not kind of play acting. This is something that's important to them. It is something that gives them vitality, gives them life, and it's one of those things that makes me proud to be a believer, a Catholic. Makes me proud to be his pastor, obviously, but it just strengthens me as I go along my way and deal with my own struggles. So that's all I can say about that.
An absolute pleasure to visit with you. Thank you very much for the time.
God bless. Take care. Bye.
God bless you. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's his pastor at church in Webster Groves, a woman inspired as a burn victim, just two people that have come in already before we hit our parade of celebrities coming through this area here at the red carpet. But the thing is, they're celebrities in John's life. They are larger than life to him. They're big parts of his life, and that's what makes this such a wonderful night. I'm going to send it upstairs to Paul Cook, because out here, Paul, I mean, it is a huge crowd of people. Everybody's waiting to get inside. The sun is behind the building, so a nice breeze coming through. It's a lovely night. Just a great vibe. You talk about a wonderful way to start things off here in St. Louis for Soul on Fire's world premiere at Powell Hall. It's just awesome.
Pretty awesome. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be associated at all with John O'Leary, as I know you are. And what am I going to do up here? What's the deal up here in the new Powell Symphony Hall? We're going to talk to folks as they come through and have some conversations and basically really kind of see what inspires you. Maybe it's John O'Leary like it is for me, but what inspires you and what makes you the best version of yourself? So that's going to be really important to chat with folks, and I think it's a really cool idea as we get ready for this premiere, which is so incredible in St. Louis. I heard someone say this. I didn't say this, but someone said, this is like a real red carpet. It is. It's a real red carpet. A real red carpet. So it's going to be really cool. I'm telling you, we're waiting for some people right now, and in a little bit, I want to tell you how I first met John O'Leary and how he inspired me at a really, really cool time. So I'm ready. Whenever some folks start rolling up, do you want me to go back to Tom right now, or how are we doing out there, guys?
Yeah, let's join up with Stella, who played Amy in the movie, which you are going to see, Soul on Fire. Thank you very much for being here at the red carpet. How's the night going for you so far?
It's going so great. I'm having so much fun.
What inspired you about being in the film? Tell me about the film experience.
How's my volume?
Honestly, everyone in the cast and crew, everyone was just so happy to be there every single day. And I just remember, because I filmed in my 8th grade year and I'm now a sophomore, I remember I would wake up every day so excited to go to set. And I'm just so excited to see what we worked so hard for and the whole thing.
You think it's great that it's happening here in St. Louis? What do you love about St. Louis?
Oh, well, my whole family is from St. Louis. I'm personally from Kansas City, but my grandma, my cousins, both of my parents grew up here, so it's like really close to home, and I'm so glad that it was filmed here and is being shared around the world.
It is going to be an incredible night. Thank you so much for the time. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much.
We're having a great time down here, that's for sure, Paul. And let's come on in here. Let's bring in another guest. Tell the audience about you. What's your name?
Lucy.
Lucy, where are you from?
I'm from Chicagoland. I'm from Lake Zurich in the suburbs of Chicago.
So we have St. Louis surrounded. We have Kansas City with Stella, and Lucy's from the Chicagoland area. Now, what about St. Louis and shooting the film here? What was that like?
I think it was really special that it was here since that's where John grew up, and I think that was a really good choice to film it here.
Tell us a little bit about your role in the film. What do you do in the movie?
Well, I am John's sister, and I was very grateful to play John's sister because I think that she's very brave and she just helps John a lot, and I think that I'm just very proud to play that role.
It's exciting, isn't it? And you have one of the great things about a movie is that there are so many people involved. I'll bet you all became very close friends.
Yes, we were. We were all like a family. We hung out all the time. It was a really great experience.
It's going to be great to see everybody back together tonight. What a special night to be able to show this. Are you excited to see yourself up on screen in this giant Powell Hall?
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm so excited to watch it with these people. I'm excited.
Thank you for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lucy joining us as well. We have so many great people out here, Paul. I'm going to send it back inside to you and see what's going on inside, but I can tell you things are really ramping up here. The energy outside is absolutely amazing leading into Soul on Fire's world premiere.
I think I heard back to you, Paul, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you're ready, Paul, if you got some time back there, that'd be great.
Yeah, we are here right now, and we're kind of at Powell Symphony Hall up on the, would you say, second level here, going into the theater. We're going to be chatting with folks, and we've got one here now. State your name.
Nicholas McCune.
Nicholas, thanks for coming, buddy. You look good.
Oh, my pleasure. I got this suit just for this occasion. I needed a black suit anyway, so it's kind of a kill two birds, one stone kind of thing, right?
See, you're going to have this now for weddings, funerals, and
I dropped 14 pounds too. Got to keep going. So maybe get fitted again in about 6 months. Who knows, huh?
We're going to need to talk to a tailor, but that can be really expensive. Okay, we're running through this here. Tell me how you know John O'Leary.
So actually, my wife ran a company about 10, 15 years ago, hired him for an event, and this was way before it blew up. So they got to know him on a personal level, and I think they had him back several times, a couple of years after the fact. And after that, it just kind of spiraled, didn't it? Where he was doing speaking events, and such an inspirational story, and we've heard it so many times, and it just never doesn't bring a dry eye. I did forget tissues, so hopefully they'll have some there.
You did a great job there. That's the thing about John. He brings such energy. To watch him speak, talking to him, he's this great, humble guy. And then when it's go time, he's like on fire.
And sometimes you need that perspective, too, that, hey, I had a crummy day, crummy week, crummy month, crummy year. Well, did you really? Right? Like, yes. The whole adage, and you don't want to hear it when you're in the moment, but it's always worse. It could have always been worse. And, what do you do when something like that happens, right? What do you do? How do you make it better? And how do you shape others potentially, right? And so.
Well, it sounds like you're inspired by John, but is there anyone else that inspires you and helps you to be the best version of yourself?
I'd say my kids. I've got 2 teenagers. That's why I've got gray hair, because of teenagers and driving. But you try to be what you can for them, and you try to up your game in every aspect because you want to help them. We got one that's leaving the nest next year, got accepted to Mizzou. So we're trying to help all that. But I think it's helpful to be inspirational at all times when you're needed.
kind of pushes you to be the best version of yourself, to try to model great behavior in the little moments that you would kind of, I don't know, be a couch potato too long or something like that. You're like, I got to be a better version of myself.
I tell you what, the world's just so connected too, right? There's so many platforms where you put a 5-second video of something out in the world and it could inspire somebody, or it could go the other way depending on what you're putting out there, right? So it's kind of nice to know that maybe we could all help each other, knowing that we're all right here, you know? So,
well done, sir. Great to meet you. Thank you very much. Have a great night, will you? Oh, that's almost perfect to what how John inspired me many years ago. I guess I should say, like 2017. I didn't know him. I worked at a radio station. I had cancer at the time. All of a sudden, I get this video. I'm in the most ungrateful, angry moment. I was peeved. And I get this video from John O'Leary. Someone recorded him, and he did this little inspiring speech to me about what I would become after this cancer, a more compassionate, better person. And it inspired me, and I thank him so much. That's just who he is, right? That's just what he does. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. We could keep talking to folks, right? Let's pull someone else over here. Come on over. Yes, indeed. I feel rude staying seated while chatting with you. Hello. What's your name?
My name is Rachel Deshane.
Rachel Deshane. Nice to meet you, too. I'm Paul Cook. Tell me, how do you know John O'Leary, or what's your connection?
So I first heard John speak at my high school freshman year, Belleville West High School, and it was incredibly inspiring. And then when I found out they were doing a movie about him, my amazing stepdad put me in contact with some of the line producers, and I ended up working craft services.
All right. You were in charge of the snacks. That is absolutely awesome. Well, that is really cool. So you were involved in this production.
Yeah, it was honestly one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. Like, I grew up loving movies, so to be on a set of one was kind of a dream come true.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Did you meet William H. Macy and the like?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. He's like everything you would think he is and more.
Yeah, I heard he's got a real vibe. That's so cool. Okay, so who inspires you to be the best version of yourself?
I would say my stepdad definitely is one of them, because he always brings 100% to everything. My mom definitely is a huge inspiration to me. She's, done a lot of difficult things in her life, but she's always gotten through it. So, yeah, those would be the top two.
Awesome, and you're a great speaker yourself. All right, nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful tonight, and a heck of a stepdad over there. Oh, my gosh. Really a cool place. Hey, you know what? Let's send it out to Tom. Want to go back out to Tom? If you hear me, my friend, we can go back and forth. I know this doesn't have to be a professional, seamless operation. Can you hear me, Tom? Will you want to have a chat?
I hear you, Paul, and I want to bring in a guest. I have producer of many great endeavors, and certainly here with Soul on Fire, Terry Schnook is with us. Terry, what a night this is. Thank you, first of all, for all you do for the arts and for connecting St. Louis to these great projects.
Well, thank you, Tom. It's really an honor to be associated with this project and to see all this excitement for St. Louis. And I think we're really going to show that the St. Louis market is a place where films can be produced.
That's a great point, and we want that. We want as much of that as possible.
Absolutely.
I just told the story about how John sent me the book, the advance copy, back about a decade ago, and I went through it and I cried. I wanted to know the first time you heard about the story and how this became from book to film.
The first time I heard about the story was years before John wrote his book. I read the book that his parents wrote called, I think, Insurmountable Odds, and it talked about John's travails from the parents' standpoint. So that's where I first heard the story, and then I heard John at a Schnook Markets management event. So that's the first time that we came face to face. And then Linda Huntington, who acquired the rights from the book, I guess we had some mutual acquaintances in St. Louis, and we hooked up. She told me what she wanted to do. And among the things that she used to pitch was this really outstanding video produced by MLB.com, by Major League Baseball, narrated by Joe Buck, telling all about John's story. And no matter how many times I've watched that, I tear up every time. And so I totally agreed with Linda that this story needed to be on the big screen. There's a lot to learn from it.
That's well said. And Mr. Buck is smiling on us tonight, that's for sure. One last thing, Terry. I mean, right behind us is a magnificent building. I mean, what a job they did renovating Powell Hall. Can you put it in perspective what it means for St. Louis to have a facility, a structure like this?
Well, it really helps to have a structure like this because we already have a world-class symphony orchestra. And this gives us not only a great opportunity to show it off, but people don't realize the behind the scene. Hello there.
I have to say that if it wasn't for this man, this movie would not have gotten made.
Oh, shucks.
This man is the reason. He is St. Louis, and he is the reason that this movie got made.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I'm part of franchising. I'm one of the producers.
She's
but
one of the
I'm low-level producer compared to Mr.
No way, no way.
That can't be true, but he is high level, isn't he?
He is high level.
We love this man.
Yeah.
And
what I was about to finish saying was that the thing that a lot of the public probably doesn't know is all the backroom facilities that they have here. Now they can serve the orchestra members and really make them feel like they're first class if they didn't feel like that already.
yeah, I took a little walk through there. The catering, the extra bathrooms, the educational piece, because you have this giant now Jack C. Taylor facility with this great room back there. It really is special.
It is special. It is special, and we're really lucky to have it.
Well, what a night. The first non-symphony event right here, the world premiere of Soul on Fire. Terry Snook, all you do.
Thank you, Tom. Very exciting.
Send it back inside to Paul Cook. He is with John O'Leary's sister. Take it away.
Yes, Tom. I mean, this girl, you know, we always hear and we see how magnetic John O'Leary is, right? I think it runs in the family. Sister, hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. It's a special night.
What an amazing thing. You're in Chicago. You've come down for this from St. Louis, right? What's it been like?
I think it's incredible. We were driving down downtown from my sister's house in Webster thinking, oh my God, this is John's story hitting the screen tonight at a special, beautiful venue. And it's incredible. We're so happy for him and Beth and what he's gone through and where he is today. He's amazing.
I can only imagine getting this project together. You know, your brother is doing this. It's incredible to learn more and more about how difficult that was, but being a love letter to St. Louis as we hear about the movie, how moved he felt. Did he communicate that? I mean, he's such a humble guy.
He is humble to a fault.
Yes.
We're sometimes the last to know about anything, including this special evening. Yeah, I think probably the most touching piece is how much they ended up shooting at my parents' home. So seeing a lot of those scenes, it's beautiful. It was the home we grew up in, so it's even that much more meaningful.
And then, wow, and then to see your life out there, you know, was it surreal? Oh, there's Dad, you know, and these type of moments.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. John did an outstanding job, Corbett, playing my dad, so that was wonderful. The little girl that played me as a little girl, I just met her on the red carpet, and I was like totally fanning on her. I was so excited to meet her and get a picture with her. She's darling and did an awesome job, so the whole thing has been a bit surreal. Well,
it's fully surreal, I can tell. Okay, then we're asking everybody, who inspires you to be a better version of yourself?
It's John. John and I are 14 months apart. We've always been very, very close. So this is incredible for him, but John's been my inspiration my whole life. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here and support him.
So awesome. I have one more question, then I'll let you go here. When the event happened, the fire, you're a little bit younger than John. Do you remember? Do you recall? What was it like?
Every minute of the day, from about an hour or two before the event actually happened until well into the night. So I remember that day, and the little girl, like I said, Lucy is her name, the actress who plays me. She's wonderful. She did a great job. So it was special, and it was amazing to see it.
Well, you're going to see it again?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. What's your first name again?
Susan.
Susan.
Yeah.
Susan, John's sister, thank you for stepping up. Oh my gosh, thank you. I guess they all just have great poise and a sparkle in their eye, all the O'Leary kids. Must have been all about the family there, and some great parenting, as we do know. We're at the premiere, Soul on Fire, John O'Leary. I'm inside at the beautiful, beautiful new Powell Symphony Hall. What a treasure, what a treat. And I know Tom's outside on the red carpet. Tom, can you hear me, my friend? How's it going?
Paul, you sound great, man. I can't wait to go in there and see you. We're out here on the red carpet, and we're with Spencer Milford, part of the cast of Soul on Fire. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me out here. It's a beautiful night.
You play John's friend Mike in the film. Tell me about that role.
That's correct. Yeah, Mike is kind of an amalgamation of all the guys that John called his best friends throughout his life. So Pat Barry was a big inspiration for the role, along with a bunch of other guys. But Mike is John O'Leary's roommate and then his business partner after he graduates college.
Yeah, because he gets into some business, doesn't he?
Oh, yes, he does. Yeah, and the guy can't. There's a line in the movie where he says, you know, how can a man who can't hold a hammer become a contractor? And that's just John's can-do attitude. There's nothing that guy couldn't accomplish, and he keeps proving us that every single day.
So here's one of the coolest things about this. Spencer is from St. Louis, and that actually has to be an amazing feeling for you to not only do this, but to do it here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dream come true for me. You know, I grew up being an actor at the Muni and all over town, and I've always wanted to be in a film, so this is my first big film, and to be able to shoot it here in my hometown and make this film debut here for St. Louis audiences, it's a dream come true.
For those, by the way, are watching around the world, the Muni is an outdoor theater, Broadway shows that come in each and every year. It's about as old as this building, or older, and that's one thing maybe people don't know about St. Louis. They know us as a sports town, as a beer town maybe. They know us for the arts. Arts might be our biggest thing, actually.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, Tom. I think the Muni instilled in me a love for the arts at a very young age. And I have a lot of friends who live in New York, live in LA, who are still acting professionally or producing professionally. And St. Louis has just been a hotbed for talent ever since I can remember.
Finally, what inspires you about John and about this project?
John O'Leary is just one of those guys that makes you want to run through a brick wall if he told you to do it. He makes you believe in yourself, he makes you believe in your community, and truly he's one of those men that makes you think that anything is possible.
Looking forward to tonight. It's already been a great night out here. Have fun inside. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Tom.
Spencer Milford with us out here on the red carpet. Paul, it's a special night. It really is. You talk about all these, well, yes. Well, let's go right back into it. So tell the audience again your name, where you're from, and your producer connection to this film.
I am Margaret French Isaac. I am a producer on the movie. There are a few of us. I heard John, I read John's book and then heard him speak at the Arbonne convention. And one of the producers who's on the movie, Linda Huntington, who is from the music business, came to me and said, I think his story would make a great movie. And I said, you're right. And so then we partnered together with Amy and Todd and optioned his book and then hired a Prey, who I don't think he's come through yet, to adapt it. And then that was 8 years ago. So here we are tonight.
And if you go all the way back, there were people that believed in him as a public speaker. What did everybody see in John, do you think, that made them think bigger about him?
Overcoming adversity. I mean, we all have adversities in our lives, not as dramatic as his, but thinking about it's all relative, right? What we go through, what other people go through, doesn't undervalue what we go through, but to know that someone like John can rise above his the trauma and go on to impart wisdom to other people is great. And you know, the thing that I think is most important about John is that he shares from the heart about the heroes in his life. It's really not about John, it's about the heroes in his life. So who are the heroes in your life that you might not even think are heroes, or who are you the hero to in your life? That's what the movie is really about. thinking about those people who don't wear tights and don't wear capes, but they wear badges and maybe stethoscopes and help change your life for the better.
Some big names in this film. I mean, big names in this movie. William H. Macy.
I know, he's incredible.
John Corbett.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephanie Shotek. You got Macy McLean, Joel Courtney. These are big names. Some of them up and coming. Some of them established.
Yes, I have to say that John's, and I've been with everybody the last couple of days, and the fact that everybody showed up, because everybody has really difficult, complicated schedules, but the fact that everybody was able to show up for this speaks about John and the story, because they believe in sharing this story of hope and inspiration to everybody. So they're here, and they're amazing. I think a lot of that has to do with Sean McNamara, our director, as well, because they felt comfortable knowing that they would be in good hands with him, having done Soul Surfer, and that this is kind of his genre. Yeah. I think that's why they also felt comfortable saying yes.
That's well said. One last quick thing, because you said it earlier. You said it doesn't happen without Terry Schnook.
That's true. So Linda Huntington, who was the first person who came to me, had been introduced to Terry, and Terry is the word scion? I don't know if that's the right word, but he is a St. Louis, and I don't know if he knew John prior, but he was able to help gather the community, because the truth is the budget was raised from people's pockets. This was a very unusual movie in that we went to individuals and asked them would they consider being part of the movie, and they did, but it was mostly because of John, Terry, Linda, who shared their passion with everybody to join and link hands, link arms, and get the movie made.
It's incredible to see it all come to fruition. Congratulations, and have a great, great night.
Thank you so much. See you later.
Thank you. Let's go back inside. Paul Cook with a guest inside Powell Hall.
Oh my God, we are having a great time here at Powell Symphony Hall on the second floor. Tom, back and forth, having some fun, and just talking to friends and attendees here at the event. Mary T. Dolan, old friend of mine, and John O'Leary.
John O'Leary, and his son Patrick is in my son Patrick's class at DeSmet.
Oh my gosh.
I knew him when he was little. I knew him when he was little, and when this terrible thing happened, and I was friends with his brother Jim in high school, and really, I remember praying about him my entire high school. I was 15, 16 when it happened. And it hit us all. And when Jack Buck started talking about him, it was awesome. And we prayed and we prayed, and it worked. And it worked.
It worked, Mary T.
The prayers really, really worked. And he's so positive. He's the same age as my sister. They went to SLU together. His aunt and all of his cousins live across the street from us. We really know a lot about John O'Leary and the O'Leary family. They're good. It's not fake. They're really good people.
I can tell. I mean, I've just been talking to his sisters, and T's. We're going to have one of his other sisters come up here in just a second, and somebody who was in the movie. Mary T., we've been in media for so long. We've seen great speeches and presentation and coaching. John O'Leary is the tippity top.
He has it. Whatever it is, he has it. It's amazing. Sometimes he is so darn positive that you just want to slap him. Don't you? He's so good, and he means it. And he turns a bad thing into a good thing. It's amazing.
You kind of give him the side eye, like, are you serious? But no, it is true. You are so wonderful. You look beautiful, Mary T. Dolan.
You look fantastic.
I was waiting for that.
For being up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you very much. Great to talk to you. Okay, you can go. You can go. That didn't sound right. That did not sound right at all. Love this girl. You look great. Okay, give me a sister. Come on in, both of you guys. Have a seat. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I almost wish you could turn the camera, not asking you to do it, because I know it might be weird, but the beautiful attendees, so positive and wonderful. Oh my gosh, and then none of them more beautiful than this little lady. What's your name?
My name is Scarlett Uhl,
Scarlett, you're in the movie.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about it. It was like really cool to be in it because I was just like a little Girl Scout, and I was only 7 at the time. Wait, was it 2 years ago? Is that right?
Yeah, it was 2 years before.
Yeah, so I would have been 7 years old.
Oh my God, I would have been. Yes, that you're. You are unbelievable, and well, you know John as well.
Yeah, he's my uncle.
What's he like as an uncle?
He's funny and he's really nice. And he's actually really good at like opening things. Like he's like uses a fork to like open like a can of soda, and it's like really like cool.
He makes it work, yeah.
And what's your name?
My name is Laura O'Leary-Ool.
You are a younger sister as well. We've been talking to the younger sisters. Tell me, what's this like for you?
You know what? It's kind of surreal. It's very exciting. No one could deserve it more than my brother John. But this is unbelievable tonight. We are really excited for John and for Beth and for their whole family. It's a lot of fun. The movie is awesome. I can't wait for everyone to see it tonight.
Yeah, what is it like to see your, okay, there's the experience. You did a great job describing it, of what this must be like for you. What about seeing yourself up there, or your family, your mom, your dad, your brother?
Yeah, you know, I was the youngest, so I was not quite 2 when the accident happened. So I don't have as many memories of the actual accident itself, but it's unreal seeing it all unfold on screen. And, you know, we just lost our dad a few months ago to Parkinson's, so that's kind of a little bit of bittersweet, too, seeing his character and a little cameo of my actual dad in there, but John Corbett does an amazing job playing my dad.
Yeah, such a loving guy. He did a great job, but I know your dad was even better from what I hear, and just looking at you guys, just watching you guys, you could tell you had incredible parents. What was your grandpa like?
Oh, he was really nice and sweet, and he would always like make me and my brother laugh. He would always be like, "Rah!" and scare us when we were like walking around the corner, and we would laugh.
Wow. This girl has poise, a lot of little poise. Good luck to you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have fun. Probably going to be a big movie star. I'm just going to say it. I did hear some direction on that. Did you guys say to go out or keep chatting it up?
I can
okay,
take it from here.
We have more building up here. It's going to be great, but we're going to go back outside. You got to see this red carpet situation, Tom.
Yeah, I'll send it right back to you here, Paul. But right now, I can't pass up St. Louis Fire Chief Dennis Jankerson with us. Thank you very much for being here tonight.
Wouldn't miss it. This is an event of the year so far in the city of St. Louis, and this is an amazing event for the city, and it's something we need. This is it's going to put a few more people, going to change our minds of what we do in the city.
You're very familiar with the story. What inspires you about John?
You know, just another young man when it happened. You know, unfortunately, the fire department, we see it all the time where kids get injured, you know, and the worst call you can get is report a fire in a house with a child trapped or a child burned. It just, it pulls at you. Trying to control the firefighters and have them not all dive in and try and, you know, do everything at the same time. It's just, it's inspiring. It kind of what makes us tick. You know, we're public servants. We're here to do anything we can to correct the situation. And, you know, to see a young man who, you know, probably had no hope, the people around him had no hope, to see him push all the way through it, it kind of makes what we do ring a little clearer. You know, it inspires our younger firefighters. Hey, you can make a difference. If this young man can make it back to here, what we do makes a difference. So it's inspiring for all the new firefighters in the entire country.
It really is amazing how we get to share St. Louis with the world through this film, and we get to share Jack Buck as well.
Jack Buck, that's another unbelievable man. Who would not walk by a first responder without yelling, "Hey, how you doing today?" You know, just Jack Buck, Mike Shannon, two of the institutions of the city of St. Louis.
Thank you for your time, Chief. Appreciate you. Chief Dennis Jankerson. We'll send it back inside to Paul.
All right. Yeah, this guy's awesome. Oh, my God. Okay, what's your name?
Noah Beasley.
He goes, are they getting the cameras ready? What's the deal here? Okay, so good to meet you. How do you know John?
Well, I heard about John and how he's making this movie about himself, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like how he's doing that. And my mentor, he invited me, so I'm like, okay, what time? He was like, I'm picking you up straight at 4:30. As soon as you get out of school, I'm like, I don't even get to eat. He was like, no. When you get home, get ready, and I'm coming to get you so we can watch the movie. And I'm like, yes, sir. So I had to hurry up and get ready, and I'm like, oh, man. He was like, I'm outside. Where you at? Had to come outside. Then that's when he took me down here. And it's nice, too. I saw a little clip on the movie on the billboard y'all got outside. Yeah. Fabulous. I saw everything. I love it. I can't wait to watch it.
Wait a minute. That's today? You're talking about today?
Today.
They showed up and picked you up and all that stuff at 4:30.
Yes, they did. Wasn't even able to eat.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to hear what you think of the movie. It's really inspiring. It's big time. So cool. All right, so tell me who inspires you.
Who inspired me, like, as a person?
Yeah, as a person, like you say, I look up to that guy.
I have to say, Pele.
Pele, the soccer player.
Yes.
I'm so glad we grabbed you to talk to. I mean, the best, one of the best of all time. I mean, incredible. Why does he inspire you?
Oh, he inspired me because I play soccer myself, and I like how hard he be determined. It's Pele and Kobe. Like, I be watching their clips and stuff, and I love it. I love it.
All right, that's great. You look great tonight, too, by the way. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, hey, we can keep going, or what? Anybody else want to have a chat? Great job. Have a seat. Yeah, sit down. Yeah, grab some folks, too. But I want to talk to you. What's your name?
I'm Kobe Griffin.
I thought your name was Kobe, and he was saying he loves Kobe, but I don't know if it was you. I mean, he loves you, but
it can be both.
Okay.
You know, me and Bryant, you know.
Pretty much same, right?
You know, I live with Bryant. Love him to death. Love him.
Oh, where do you live in?
I live in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay. All
yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Here, how do you know John? Tell me about what you know, or how do you know him?
So I'm a mentor for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. John came to our office maybe a month ago and gave us his whole story, his background. He mentioned that he is a big of Big Brothers currently, and he was in the past. So his story really inspired everyone in the room, and he had a very infectious energy, like very infectious. So I met John through meeting him a month ago in our office.
Wow, electric. You are electric too. Tell me, who inspires you?
My dad, he showed me how to be a man. You know, as a young man growing up in this world, having a positive male influence is so big in this world. And with my job that I have, mentoring young men like Norwin, it's a big testament to what my dad put into me. So my dad is my hero, honestly.
Well done. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You are awesome.
You too.
Very good. Everybody's looking so good here tonight. Fixed up. Did we say, so sorry I can't hear. Are we going back out to the red carpet?
That we are, Paul. And we are outside. Are you with me, Paul? We are outside with Macy McLean, who plays Beth in the movie. Thank you so much for being here. What an incredible night.
Oh, and I am giddy to be here. I feel like this movie is a love letter to St. Louis. And to see all of St. Louis, it feels like show out to support John and to support this mission of this movie. I'm so excited.
What was your reaction when you first saw the script?
Oh, my word. My first reaction was I have to be a part of this. I want the stories I tell, I want to be a part of stories that shake people to their core, and this is one that, I mean, it feels like a lightning bolt to purpose to me. If you're someone that's struggling with just going through the motions or living in the mundane or not knowing why you were created to be here on this earth, this story will show you why. And I just think it will propel so many people into their destiny. So.
What about finally being here in St. Louis and shooting it in John's hometown? What was that experience like?
Oh man, John's hometown. It was surreal because I feel like everyone we ran into just loved the O'Learys and loved John. And not just because they were excited because he wrote a book or they were like, oh, you're so cool. It was because he's actually transformed lives. And so to come in contact with people that their lives, the trajectory of their lives have been forever changed because of his choice to live and live to the fullest. It was amazing. I think it's beyond special.
Thanks so much for the time. We can't wait for tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. Can't wait.
Thank you. Macy McLean with us outside here on the red carpet. Paul, in just a moment, we're going to talk to the director, Sean McNamara, but we can send it back to you briefly if you want to shoot it back out to us here in just a bit.
I like how you think, sir. That's well done, and yeah, Pretty cool. These celebrities out here. I'm Paul, yes. We are backstage, second floor. So we got a whole team thing happening here at this very special event. And we're chatting with folks about who inspires them, who the heck they are, and how they know John. And this guy certainly does. What's your name?
My name's Tim Geis.
Tim, how do you know John?
I've known John for many years. We were fraternity brothers back at St. Louis University.
Unbelievable. And what do you do now?
Now I'm a firefighter. Back in college, we were studying business together.
That's funny. That's awesome. And you told me earlier that you are a firefighter now in the area where John grew up, and his house is in that area.
It is. His parents' house that his mom still lives in is in our response area. So every now and again when I'm in that part of town, I'll drop in and see his sweet mom.
Very sweet. Tell me this. How different is he now? Different at all? The college experience, which we get to see in the movie. Have you seen the movie?
I have seen the movie.
Yeah, okay. So college experience that we all lived. He was very tame, really, but tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, he was a little bit of a wallflower. All right, no, he wasn't at all. Obviously, John savored life, got the most out of his college experience, got a degree along the way as well as an added bonus. But we had a good time, and yeah, that's where we met, was in college, and we remained friends. I actually worked for him for his construction company when he first got out. I was one of his laborers, and we've got a lot of good memories. John hasn't changed a single bit, so it's fun for me to see how he's sharing kind of himself with the world.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's unreal. I mean, it should be a movie, right? Because the story of this.
I'm glad it finally got made into a movie because it's a great story. He's an inspiration for all of us, and he's legitimately a good dude.
That's awesome. You are too. Thank you so much. We're going to go out. We have more actors, celebrities out on the red carpet, Tom.
We sure do, Paul. We're with St. Louis's very own Natalie Buck. Man, oh man, is it great to see you and have you part of this. Tell us what this experience was like for you.
I mean, it was just so amazing to have William H. Macy play my grandfather in real life is such an honor. And it was amazing. It was so special, so inspiring. This movie is so great. I hope everybody comes out and watches it. It was amazing. And to have a movie be made in St. Louis was huge. And I hope more movies are continued to be made in St. Louis.
I worked with your grandfather. I've been friends with your dad forever. I know the answer to this, but what has it been like for the Buck family to experience this last decade plus?
In what regards? There's been a lot.
Just in taking this in, that a story has been told like this and that you are all part of it.
I mean, so special, so honored. I wish that my grandpa Jack was here to see it, but I know he's here somewhere watching over. I feel like he might not like all the attention. Like outwardly, he'd be like, oh, I don't need to be a part of it, but internally, he'd be like, yeah, I helped a little.
Lots of love to your family. Congratulations on all of your involvement, and thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
A great acting career as well, budding here for Natalie Buck. We're going to talk to Sean McNamara, the director, here momentarily. Let me send it back inside to Paul Cook and see what he's got cooking in there.
Woo, Tom. We're having a great time here. I'm telling you, we are having a great time. Sorry, I was having a mint. And I was telling this young lady, you know, you have these close quarters, and if you had some weird chips before, you know, you got to make sure you have a mint. You're awesome. You're hilarious. What's your name?
Michaela.
Michaela, how do you know John, or how are you incorporated into this?
Well, I'm a part of Big Brother Big Sister as a little, and he works there, so that's kind of how I got invited to here. Like I'm a nobody, so I wouldn't be invited.
You are not a nobody. It's funny. They asked Michaela, were you in the movie? She's like, yes, all of that. I did all of that. Well, how awesome. Tell me, who inspires you to be a better version of yourself?
Well, mostly I inspire myself, but also from Big Brother Big Sister, she inspires me a lot. And yeah.
What's her name?
Melissa.
Melissa. Okay, so do you think you'll be a big someday?
Maybe. I haven't really thought about it, actually. This is the first time.
Just right now, right here, right now. Well, they're going to replay this when you become one of the best bigs ever.
Exactly. And play it at my wedding or something.
I love how thoughtful you are. Thank you for stopping by, Michaela.
Of course, of course. This is so fun. And I always wanted to be an actress, so maybe this is my big break.
Yeah, exactly. This is it. Right here, right now, in front of the cameras. You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you. You look...
You were going to say beautiful, but...
Yeah, I was going to say beautiful, but I didn't know how you would take that.
At least it wasn't ugly. You look ugly. Thank you. You're so funny. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're great. Thank you. You can hang out. We'll have someone else roll up, too. Because Tom, you ready, buddy, for some more?
Ready for you.
All right, bring it.
I am ready for you. We're live inside Powell Hall with the director of Soul on Fire, Sean McNamara. Thank you so much for being with us. What a night.
This is a spectacular night. Oh my gosh, with the fire department here and the flag and the signs. I love St. Louis. I've told people I want to move here and go teach at SLU. If anybody's hiring out there, please, I need a job.
Well, you're one of ours now. You're a St. Louis and now an honorary St. Louis. And what was it like shooting this movie here?
Well, it was the best. At first, we weren't going to because we didn't think we could afford to shoot in St. Louis. And then somehow, right when we were getting our film going, the tax incentive came through, and John gave me a tour of everything. The church he got married in, his home, the arch. So I was like, we have to shoot it here. And it's a miracle. It's a miracle that it did happen. And that's what this movie's about. It's about miracles. And there's miracles everywhere. You just got to find them. But with John's help, we were able to shoot the whole movie here. And my gosh, is this a great place to shoot. Everybody would want to come here. It's in the middle of the country. You can fly in a couple hours. So I would like to do a lot more filming here.
We'd love that. And you know what? I don't think I'm going too far out there to say you make movies about miracles, don't you?
That's what I do. I like to call it inspiring films. But I like to, when I read a film, if I see a miracle happen in it, I'm definitely interested in making that movie.
And this particular story, an amazing story, of course, one that can only be told through these amazing people. How did it all come together with the cast, with the crew, with the team?
So, again, it was based on this script by Greg Poirier, incredible script. And when you have a good script and you send it out to talent, they usually, if they connect, they like it. So William H. Macy read the part of Jack Buck. I mean, this town is Jack Buck. So it's like, he said yes. You know, that's huge when you get somebody like at that stature as an actor say yes to your movie. And then we got Joel Courtney, who was in Jesus Revolution. He said yes. I mean, when they're saying yes one after the other, Stephanie Sosak, Macy McLean, they were like our first choices, and they all said yes. So there was something about the screenplay, there was something about St. Louis, and there was something about John O'Leary and his story that made everybody want to join and make this movie.
What an amazing night we're going to have. Thank you so much for the time. Appreciate you.
Take care.
Sean McNamara with us, the director of Soul on Fire. You can cut in front, it's all right. The director of Soul on Fire. What a great night this is, Paul. Let's send it back into you. We have the talent coming through. We're going to have more of the cast as they make their way through to this world premiere here. Let's go back inside Powell Hall.
Wow, thank you so much, and how cool to talk to him. We're going back and forth here. The crowd is swelling up. The beautiful people out here, and everyone looks so great. I think that's what I'm getting out of this is the community element of how important the community was in John's life, how it is right now, how it is to you wherever you are. And we have someone from the community much closer than just community, but what's your name?
My name is Mary James.
Mary James, how do you know John?
I know John since the time he was a newborn, and his parents are our closest friends.
You said that you would drive your husband, and you guys were so close that you saw him walking with a walker or the cane and all that, and helped him. What was that like?
Well, I will tell you that we knew Denny long before he was sick. I had Parkinson's, and he was my husband's closest friend in this world. And they used to go to Mass together in the morning and out to lunch to different places, and they were just so close. And Denny loved him deeply, and Dick loved Denny deeply. So,
sounds like a great man. I'm so sorry about your loss.
Thank you. Thank you. It is. We couldn't see him suffer anymore. We just couldn't. It was very much a loss, but also he had had enough suffering.
A terrible, terrible disease. Absolutely terrible. You look so beautiful tonight. Beautiful necklace. Can you believe you're here? And you were telling me you never, ever thought something like this was going to happen.
Absolutely never. When John was burned, we went racing to the hospital immediately, that second. And he was not supposed to survive the night. He was not, and day in and day out, that's how it was. And but Jack Buck came to the first night while I was sitting with John's grandfather. He got off the elevator to come and encourage John, which was miraculous. And he continued to do that and give a little boy a desire to keep going.
Well put, and he has carried that on, John O'Leary, doing very similar things. I don't want to, go too much. Have you seen the movie?
4 times.
We got a groupie, Mary James here.
3 times. This will be my 4th.
This will be 4. You look beautiful tonight. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Right. Great job. Yeah, family friend and a wonderful lady. I'm going to go back out to that red carpet. What an event.
It is a great event, Paul, and we are here out on the red carpet and broadcasting live inside Powell Hall. Very special moment to be with my friend, Julie Buck. Man, this is fantastic.
This is such a special night, and it's been, over 40 years really in the making that this has been going on. And for John O'Leary and his family, I mean, just imagine this moment. I mean, we're here having fun. It's beautiful. Everyone looks fabulous. We're dressed up. There's lights, there's camera, there's action. But this guy's been through a lot, and he's changed a lot of lives. And I just don't ever want to lose sight of that. I don't think that Jack Buck would ever lose sight of that.
No, he would not. And I love that man, and I know this family feels so much love here tonight. How would you describe the family feelings right now?
Okay, so I will say it's a little different to have somebody like William H. Macy, who's an incredible movie star, be playing the role of your dad 20 years after he passed away. But I think my dad wouldn't believe this. He'd say, there's no way, they're not thinking about me, kid, and we're not. We're thinking about really the bigger picture of what all this is, and that's God's work and this community that came together for this little boy. And it just goes, I think, to show you to moving forward that this should hopefully give everybody a boost to do that little something extra for everybody. Because look at this. This is a huge difference in somebody's life this many years later. And I think for our family, it's just a blessing to be here and be a part of it and enjoy it.
Why did your dad continue to do it? Why did he follow through so many times, do you think?
It's a great question. And my dad had 8 children. I'm number 8, the youngest. And I will say it's not because he didn't have his own kids. It's not because he didn't have his own grandchildren. He did. I just think for him that this really pulled at his heartstrings, because I think he thought how awful. And he used to say famously, why has God been so good to me? And I think that has a lot to do with it. I think he felt like, I have so much. I have 8 healthy children. This happened to this beautiful family here in St. Louis. Why wouldn't he want to go and help? And if it made a difference, then I guess God called him back to do it again and again. And he showed up 60 baseballs later.
So true. I mean, when you watch this, there are so many inspirational people throughout John's life and story, and actually it continues. And a great night tonight. Julie, thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Thanks so much. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Julie Buck with us right here outside Powell Hall on the red carpet. Well, it's, man, this is an incredible time, Paul. It really is. I'm going to send it back inside to you, but be ready to go because we have more of the cast coming through here momentarily.
That sounds great. We'll bounce right back out to you, Tom, and I love that Julie Buck. I sat behind her when this thing was early screen, her and her mom there at the high point, and they didn't know it. I didn't really even know it, but I saw these two. It was unique, as she said, and just how deep and powerful of a moment to see her dad up on the screen represented, by this big star, William H. Macy. And, of course, he was a big star. She's a big star. Let's talk to more folks here as we've got so many people. What's your name?
Jamie Seitz.
Jamie told me he's a fraternity brother of John O'Leary.
That's correct.
You're not supposed to ask yes or no questions, but I just did. Anyway, tell me more about those years.
Oh, man. I mean, John O'Leary, what can I say that hasn't already been said? But he's just the greatest guy in the world, as everybody probably knows. Life of the party. As he was older than me, so I can say certain things, but I will leave a lot of things out in terms of the fraternity issues. He made me do some pretty crazy things, all appropriate.
Did he make you swallow a goldfish? That's really all I want to know.
I don't think I ever did that, but I did some pretty crazy things that I'll leave unsaid.
That's good. That's really wonderful. You look so much younger. No offense, John. I mean, I like to think, you look like you could be in your, I'm saying 30s.
Oh, thank you.
Just getting weird, Jamie?
Oh, no, Paul, it's not. It's great. It's great.
Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, great to be here.
All right. Yeah. See ya. You can hang out if you want. Let's go back out. Yeah, because we got celebrities everywhere. You're one of them. We're going back out to the red carpet. Tom, talk to me.
You know what? It is. Here's who we're anticipating seeing. William H. Macy, who really broke onto the silver screen in 1996 with Fargo. That was really his breakout in terms of popular American culture, but a great actor for many, many years. He will be here tonight. John Corbett, who I think probably made his big mark in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but he's been in so many different films. He is just an incredible role in this movie as John's dad. We're going to hear from Stephanie Shotek, who plays John's mom, and she has been just a wonderful television career, movie career as well. And like Sean McNamara said, the director said they all said yes. I mean, these were the first choices. Macy McLean, who's just talked to us moments ago, she read the script and she said, I want to do this. I want it in. Sometimes magic happens on the screen, but in the script is where it all starts. And for us here in St. Louis, when the book started to circulate and we were familiar somewhat with the story, that's when it really came to life. And to have this cast come through and all these great celebrities, pretty special. They're just about to pull up, Paul. We're going to start to talk to them as they arrive. Let's send it back to you momentarily, and we'll let you know when we are ready to go out here as we get closer and closer to the start.
Because we're talking to people right now. Will you come over? I know you don't want to. Just a quick moment. A quick moment. This guy, he's had John speak before. You said hi. You did it to yourself.
I shouldn't have said hi.
What's your name?
Joe Payne.
So great to see you again. You look great. How do you know John O'Leary?
Well, it's a good question. I'll tell you a story. John spoke at Worldwide Technology and Event, and they asked me to speak after him. That's a big mistake. And guess how he ended his speech? He had a piano on the stage, and at the very end did The Scientist by Coldplay, and then said, and let's welcome Joe.
Take it away, Joe. I'm a hard act to follow.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. And then I got to know him for a while. And then my wife and I were on his podcast because of my cancer journey. And that was a lot of fun and got to know him over time. He had been the SMET guy. My wife works at the SMET. So I've seen him multiple times. Great friend.
Joe, so good to see you. You are a big part of this speaking career blossoming as it did. Obviously, he's the star, but how many times have you had him speak? Did you?
3 that I know of. I think there have actually been a few more that I wasn't aware of. People love hearing him. His message, inspirational, motivational, and just lets people know they're not alone.
We need that, right? We need that now more than ever. Just incredible stuff. It's so neat to watch you and this company grow and be just such a philanthropic, wonderful entity also in St. Louis. I know that's important to you.
Very much. I mean, whether it's the events I see you at and the many other events, the important part of our culture, one of them is giving back. Because we all have been given a lot, and with that we have responsibility, and responsibility is part of giving back.
Awesome to talk to you, especially since he was had to drag him kicking and screaming to come over here, Joe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, we're going back out to that red carpet, Tom.
Right here I am with the voice of Monday Night Football, the voice of the Cardinals on television and radio for many years, along with others, and someone I know who is feeling some great feelings tonight, and that is Joe Buck. What a night we have in front of us.
Well, first of all, it's a beautiful night. Secondly, I think I can't wait to see the movie. And then the messaging of it is awesome, to have these stars from the movie, including my daughter, who plays the nurse, who tells John O'Leary's father kind of his situation, is really cool. And I think, the honoring part with my dad in it really means a lot to our family. So we're very proud of him, very proud of John, and, this is a cool night.
Joe, you've made your home here in St. Louis. I know how proud you are of our city. What does it mean to be able to shoot this movie here? Not to mention, this building behind you is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I'm excited to get inside and see the redo, see how they've renovated it. It means a lot to us. We hold our own very tightly, and John is one of our own. So, it just comes at you from a lot of different angles. We got Ozzy walking the red carpet right behind you, and there's Buck, there's Ozzy Smith, there's John O'Leary, and then sharing it with the Hollywood folks like William H. Macy, who plays my dad, is really cool. So, it's a fun night.
Have a great night, man. I have so much love for your family and appreciate you.
Thanks, Tom. Back at you.
Joe Buck with us here outside on the red carpet. We have John O'Leary here, and we also have Ozzy Smith has arrived on the scene. Not to mention, we have the cast is starting to make its way over. I'm going to send it to you, Paul, and then I will let you know, because he's a popular man right now, when we have John O'Leary here. Also Ozzy Smith on the red carpet momentarily.
Oh my gosh, the wizard! That's so cool. You talk to Joe Buck, Julie Buck, everybody. We're grabbing folks that are involved in this puzzle, this incredibly cool puzzle of John O'Leary that is, well, it's just like electric, absolutely electric. And we got two guys that worked on the movie that we're going to see here tonight. What's your name?
Clark Woodman.
Blake Payne.
And what did you do on the movie?
The prop master.
Art director.
Wow, I mean, these guys, you were a big part of the look of this thing. What was it like to do that and then do it? And I know you're in St. Louis, your hometown, as such a part of the art.
It was fun. It was challenging. From our side, from the art department side, it was, there's different eras in his life. There's him as a kid, and then him in college, and then him as an adult. So, that was a bit of a challenge for us, because we had different areas to address and props to find. John has a lot of resources in this town, so that was super helpful.
That's really good. And yeah, the different eras, this is a timeline from the past into now, and the buildings in the background, I bet, were a challenge. How about you working on this with those challenges?
It was amazing getting to know John and his story, and trying to tell it as accurately as possible. We had a really good time here.
Right on. That's really cool. And then real quick, who inspires you? On the spot.
John O'Leary.
He is one of the greatest people I've ever met. He's an amazing human being. Yep.
Thank you, guys. Legit. Let's go back out to Tom on the red carpet.
Paul, thank you. I am here with the greatest shortstop of all time, Hall of Famer Ozzy Smith. An incredible experience, isn't it, to be part of this?
This is pretty neat, and the renovation to this building is spectacular too, and no better way to open it up than with Mr. John O'Leary.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I just brought that up to Joe, that he said, I can't wait to explore the place, that we just keep building things bigger and better, and to have a movie shot here, who knows, that could open up a lot of things for us.
We're hoping it is, and I think that people are starting to find out what a wonderful city this is, and John's story, of course, is amazing in and of itself, and the fact that we were able to shoot it here and be a part of it. It's very, very special for me.
When you walk in this lobby, Ozzy, you're going to see a display of autographed baseballs. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, autographed wait a minute. Those are the balls. Those are the balls from John's childhood that were sent to him over and over and over.
Yeah. Of course, most of us have played in the 80s, especially when, he went through his deal. I think Jack was able to get everybody to send him a ball, and that was part of his recuperation and part of his reason to live, So it was very, very, it was a very special time, and I'm looking forward to seeing them all.
What inspires you, Ozzy, last thing about all of this, a story like this?
Well, it just goes to show you that, you just got to keep believing. You got to keep wanting to live, and he certainly is one of those inspirational stories of somebody who could have given up very easily but continued to work extremely hard at getting back and has done some really wonderful things with his life.
Great to see you.
All right. Good to see you, Tom. Thank you.
See you soon. Ozzie Smith with us out on the red carpet. Paul, it's a great, great night. I have Mayor Kara Spencer here, so hang on just for a moment. We want to talk to the mayor of St. Louis. This is a St. Louis night. Make no mistake about it. Hi, Mayor. Tom Ackerman, great to see you. How you been?
I am great.
We're live on John O'Leary's live stream, but we're also live inside Powell Symphony Hall on the screen for everybody to see. Can I start there? Tell us about this renovation and what this means to the city.
Stunning renovation. This is truly a spectacular tribute to the St. Louis Symphony, which is the nation's second largest symphony. The reopening, the renovation of Powell Hall is just phenomenal. If you haven't been inside, it is truly a dream come true. I mean, really a spectacular renovation and addition to our already phenomenal symphony.
When a movie like this gets shot here, I think everyone's wheels start turning. What could this mean for St. Louis in the future?
Well, I think obviously this is truly an inspirational story, and I hope is inspirational in particular right now in St. Louis as we are really overcoming what has been a tremendously hard year on top of a few hard years, I would say decades for the city. We are pulling together in ways that I have never seen our city, our region pull together. And, you know, John's story is so inspirational, thinking about what St. Louis is going through right now and where we can go from here. So I think this is truly the time for this movie. On top of that, you asked what could this mean for St. Louis in general? Well, the state of Missouri has a very generous tax incentive program to film movies here, and so we're hoping that this is the start of a long tradition, a reopening of filming movies in St. Louis and Missouri, and making that financially feasible for the folks who put those together.
And she mentioned it's been a hard year, literally blocks from here. There are homes that were destroyed, people still recovering from a tornado that hit weeks after you were elected as mayor. I mean, it is...
Right. Actually, it was the largest tornado that the nation has seen in over 20 years. You know, just second to the Joplin tornado. We had over 10,000 households displaced, many of whom are still displaced and will be through this winter. It's going to be a tough year to get through, but we also know with the work that our business community, the philanthropic community, the community at large has been pulling together, we are going to be rebuilding even stronger than we were before.
Thanks so much for the time. Enjoy tonight.
This is so exciting. I could not be more excited to be here.
We're so happy to have you. Mayor Kara Spencer with us from the city of St. Louis. John O'Leary is here. We're going to talk to him momentarily, so I'm actually going to keep it right here, Paul, because John is doing one interview. We're going to pull him over live to take in this special night. It is incredibly special. Absolutely. Let's do this. Paul, let's go back inside to you. Let's let him continue to talk to some reporters. We'll get a little more time with John. As a member of the media, I'm respectful for that, no doubt about it. We'll send it back to you, Paul, and then we're going to talk to John. We're going to talk to John in just a moment. Talk to them.
Tom, you're doing a great job as well. I'm telling you, we should not let John O'Leary take even one little breath. Just get right on him there. Actually, really awesome that you're going to get to talk to John O'Leary here in just a second, and to talk to Mayor Kara Spencer. Fascinating and a treat that she came. Thank you. But you were talking about homes being damaged. It's such an interesting tie-in because you guys, you were there the day of the fire at John O'Leary's house.
I was working at Plaza Frontenac, and I got the phone call from my mother. She said, "There's been a fire at O'Leary's. Can you get over there?" And I ran out the door, and I was one of the first people at the house after the ambulance left.
Tell me the impacts of that happening right there. What did it look like?
I so distinctly remember walking into the foyer, and there was a mark on the ground where John had fallen and where Jim had wrapped him in the carpet and carried him outside. And it had been snowing, like sleet, and where Jim had rolled John, he had gasoline the sleet caught on fire. I mean, it was unbelievable. I'll get teary talking about it because it comes back like yesterday.
Unbelievable. Thank you. What's your name?
My name's Mary.
Mary, thanks for coming. Really appreciate you. Yes. What's your name?
My name is Tina Nielsen, and I'm Jim O'Leary's mother-in-law.
So you are John's brother's mother-in-law.
That's correct, and this is my husband, Mike.
Yeah, how are you?
Good to have you. You're looking dapper out there.
Oh,
up there.
They came all the way from Florida.
Oh, you guys did. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But you did live in St. Louis, or have you always?
In Ohio prior to Florida, but yes, we raised our family in Ohio, but yes.
Is this the craziest experience or what?
It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm so overwhelmed with all of this, and the O'Leary family are just so inspiring, all of them.
They are. It's an incredible community. Thank you for talking to us. You guys are wonderful. I think we can go back out and to the red carpet right now. Maybe Tom is with John O'Leary.
I am. You know what? He's took a picture, and he's chatting with a couple of reporters, but we're going to get him. He's right next to me right now. We're going to get him for an extended period of time just before he walks in. I can tell you I like to see who spent the most time out here promoting this movie, and Director Sean McNamara has done a wonderful job going up and down the line and talking to everybody. Macy McLean still out here talking to anyone that would like a story about the movie. She's done a terrific job. You've got some great celebrities that have been up through this red carpet and more on the way. We're all going to be wrapping this up at about 6:30, so we're just minutes away from that. But we're going to keep it right here so that I can get John O'Leary with us. But let me just go back one moment about my relationship with John. John and I have become great friends, and it's not just through what he went through, but our mutual love for the St. Louis Cardinals, for the city of St. Louis, for Jack Buck. Such a meaningful person in our lives. When I was a young reporter, Mr. Buck took me under his wing and didn't have to do that. I was a nobody, but he saw something in me and wanted to sort of push me right into working at this level. He felt like if I had reached this level, that I should be thinking that way, and pushed me right into it. Reading his book, On Fire, and specifically the story about Mr. Buck pushing him each and every day, brought me to tears. And I'm talking about Jack Buck to our audience here inside Powell Hall. Let me pick that up for you. This is John O'Leary. This is the man of the hour.
Hello, Ackerman.
Hello, John. This is my friend. I love you, man. I'm so happy for you. Can you believe it? Here we are. I mean, it's happening.
It's completely surreal. I mean, I feel like we are in Hollywood right now, and with the sun burning both of our faces, you and I might feel like that as well. We're somewhere in Southern California, but we're not. We're here in the Midwest. We're in St. Louis. LA and New York has shown up here, and so is St. Louis. It's an incredible place. It's an incredible space, and it's an incredible story.
What is it like to finally have all of this happening, and especially the people, that everybody who made it happen? It's almost like you're attending, a wedding or a party where everybody in your life is walking through at the same time.
It's the strangest thing. It's if they were here truly for me, I would lose my mind because I couldn't bear that weight. I feel like we are here tonight for us. We're here to celebrate a story we were part of, that we prayed for, that we fought for, that we spoke words of encouragement for, that we showed up for, and now we're celebrating what happens in the end. That's true in my story, but it's true in all of our stories. And right now, the divisiveness of society and the negativity of the marketplace, I think we need more stories of hope, of faith, of agency, of good. And tonight we celebrate Soul on Fire.
Your kids are here. Let me see if I can remember. Jack, Henry, Patrick, Grace.
Yes.
And your wife, Beth, is here.
They're here, and they are so unimpressed by their dad. And then we get out of some limo, and they see this goofy lineup of media and the bright lights of the red carpet. And I think for the first time, they're like, whoa. I don't know if that means I'm cool, probably not. But tonight they're having a blast just celebrating the work we do. Again, it's not an I story. This is a collective journey.
I still get chills when I see your son's name, Jack. And I was telling this before you came on, that one of the things, many things that you and I bond and talk about is Mr. Buck. When I say Jack Buck, what do you think of?
If you said in one word, who was Jack? Love. He showed up for people. As you and I both know, he did a lot for you and I. And yet, as we bump around our community, people still tell their stories of what they did, what he did for them. And sometimes it's big stories like hospitalization, visits. But usually, Tom, it's holding the door open. It's a funny story that he shared with someone on an elevator ride up or down. It's letting someone in the press box for 30 seconds. Little whispers of love can change a life. We remember that. And we're so focused right now on our life. I think we're a little bit less generous to be that whisper of love for someone else.
Well said. John O'Leary, have an amazing, incredible night.
Grateful you're here, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's send it back to Paul Cook.
Well, we happen to have someone that John is very fond of here with us. So, Tom, out there talking to John O'Leary. The movie, the whole deal, you know it. You don't need to recap it. John's mom with us right now. Hello.
Hi there.
You're so
thrilled. Thrilled beyond imagination to be here tonight. This is not only good for the O'Learys and our friends, but it's good for St. Louis. This is such a powerful boost for St. Louis to have a red carpet affair right in town. So
it is, and you won't believe, I have heard so many people say this is one of the biggest nights of their lives. Just being involved, big brothers, big sisters, so many. I can only imagine what it's like for the mom of John. I mean, you've said it. I bet you've been asked all the time about it. What about way back when the accident happened? What was, can you even fathom where we are now?
Way back when the accident happened, I just simply prayed every day that John would have one more day. We would do it a day at a time, thinking if he ever got back home and if he ever was able to go back to school, that was all we could imagine. So to have all the things that have occurred with John in his life and his successes and his failures along the way, which he's had a number of, but to have a beautiful wife like Beth and 4 wonderful kids and have a great work as a motivational speaker, which I know has touched the hearts of so many people. You could start naming the places he's been, starting with a prison visit, and then that continued. But it's been, as I just mentioned to you, it's been God's gift to John and to all of us, and he's blessed us with these wonderful friends, and with John's health and his ability to be the person he is. So we are beyond imagination.
I've just realized why John is a great speaker, because you have great boys. You look so beautiful tonight, and I'm so sorry about the loss of your husband, and so many people have mentioned that as well. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I miss Denny terribly, but he suffered a long time, and he was in tremendous pain, and we were gifted. And it was a beautiful death. His children were all there, came in from out of town and were able to be there. And he just was such a good man. Yes, it's nothing but great memories, and those are the best, to be able to hold on to those. So
what a partnership. These kids, I've met your kids. I cannot believe the individuals that you guys had such an extraordinary, I guess, just kind of the way you were, you talking to you, you're like, we didn't try to do all this. We just had God at the top. We had faith, and community was so important, wasn't it?
It's so that you nailed it. You nailed it. That's the way we look at it, and that is the truth. That is the way it happened, and God has just continued to bless John. This is the unimaginable evening in the O'Leary life. To think that there would be a movie done for our son and our family is just overwhelming. And we are humbled by it, and humbled by the people that have come in from around the country to be here with John. It just shows you how goodness multiplies, and John has just great goodness about him in his heart, so he draws people towards him.
Wow, inspiring. I think we found the name of the next book, too, An Unimaginable Evening. You can write that.
I'll do it. I'll sit down and do that after I finish a couple projects I'm on now.
Yeah, you might need a nap.
Watch for it.
Thank you. You are so wonderful. You look beautiful.
You're sweet. Thank you so much. It's so nice.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, the matriarch of the O'Leary family. Thank you so much. All right, Tom, I bet you got somebody out there on the red carpet.
We're getting close, Paul. Who we have coming up is John Corbett, followed by William H. Macy. Two of the lead actors in this film, Soul on Fire. John Corbett, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, among other great movies throughout his career. William H. Macy, just an incredible lineup of Golden Globe and Oscar nominations, one of the more decorated actors. You know, to think that this cast came together like it did, it's just awesome to see everybody in person, everybody. You know, they thank everybody. I mean, the way the red carpet works, you have a carpet lined up with cameras all up and down, media waiting to talk, photographers waiting to take pictures, and the actors are thanking everybody for coming out. They're making sure that everybody knows that they're appreciated. All the fans who have gathered out here, most of the people have gone inside the building, but the producers are here, the fans that remain out here, VIPs out here. It's really a great scene. John and I have hugged probably 10 times since he came across the carpet because he believed that this was going to happen. And now it is happening. It's amazing. It really is. We are joined by William H. Macy. I'm gonna show you this camera right here. The big one. This is going on live right now inside Powell Hall. Those folks who are waiting in the seats, waiting to see this movie, are watching us. What can you say to them about tonight, what it means to you? What are these nights like for you?
First of all, thank you for being there and supporting the movie. I hope you have a good time. That's why we did it, so that you're entertained. Hopefully people are moved and have a good cry and a good laugh and maybe love our fellow man a little bit more. Sometimes you need a film like this for that. What do these things mean to me, the openings? I'm really proud to be an actor. And every time I see people turn out like this, it's a fabulous job. It's 100 disparate people all pulling in the same direction to make a piece of art. And I'm proud as punch to do this for a living.
I worked with Jack Buck for 4 years. He was my mentor, one of many, but somebody who inspired me. Tell me about Jack Buck from your perspective. What did you learn about him?
We talk about heroes a lot. I find him, I never got to meet him, I find him endlessly fascinating. That he did all these lovely altruistic things quietly, silently. Nobody knew about them. Since this film started shooting, people are coming forward all the time telling more and more stories about Jack Buck and how he helped, how he showed up. And in this script, he heard about this kid who got burned at a dinner party, and in his tuxedo he went that night and sat by the bed. The kid was in a coma, and he whispered in his ear, "You're going to survive." He gave him faith.
Thank you so much for this, for being here. We can't wait to see it. Appreciate you very much.
Goodbye.
William H. Macy with us live. We're going to be joined, keep it right here, Paul. We're going to be joined by John Corbett. He is going to join us live here next. And we have just a visit as well with Joel Courtney, who played John in the movie. and did an incredible job. Can't wait to visit with him as well. And I concur. It's just a special feeling out here. And I can't even imagine when you put your work into a project, when your craft is on display and you put that much time into it, and then everybody is here live and excited, and you're about to play it at this world-class, beautiful hall in the city of St. Louis. It has to be, for someone who's been doing this as long as William H. Macy has to be just an incredible feeling. And it's neat for me to be able to see someone who's been doing it for as long as he has to feel that way. It really is. John Corbett wrapping things up here. I'll tell you what, hi, Stephanie Tom Ackerman.
Hi, nice to meet you.
This is Stephanie Showstack.
Almost. Showstack.
Showstack.
Yeah.
Showstack. And I'm telling you, I just think you're terrific. And I've watched a lot of your interviews going into this interview we're about to do. I think that you really felt not only this role, but I think you felt very connected to this from the beginning, is what I gather.
Yes, my husband heard John O'Leary speak 15 years ago. I think it was pretty early on in John's career. He heard him speak at a company event. There were probably 40 people, and my husband said they were all bawling by the end. He came home, he had the book Overwhelming Odds that Susan and Denny O'Leary wrote, and he also brought a little DVD, and he said to me and my son, who was 7 at the time, "You have got to watch this. This is unbelievable." And my son, who's now 22, still remembers John O'Leary. And, I then read his book, his memoir. I listened to his podcast. I was on his podcast 7 years ago, and he said to me, "One day they're going to make my book into a movie, and I will call you." And I thought, oh, that's so sweet. But he'll never do that. But sure enough, 3 years ago, he asked me to play Susan, and it's a real honor to be a part of this movie.
See what I mean? It's terrific talking about this. And also, what was interesting was right before I talked to you and William H. Macy, in my ear, Paul Cook, who's inside, was talking to John's mom.
Oh, I can't wait to see her.
It's just unbelievable. So I want to ask you this before we go. What is it like studying for a role like that? Any role for that matter, but what did you do for this particular role?
Well, I had to work on my dialect because I'm French. So I had to lose that. I read Overwhelming Odds again. I read John's book. I watched a lot of Susan on video, and then the plan was once I get on set, I let it all go. But once I got on set, the gift was Susan was there most of the days, and just watching her and being able to talk to her was an invaluable gift as an actor. It just was, there she is. Just take it in.
Thank you very much for the time. Have a wonderful night. Stephanie Showstack with us. We are live inside Powell Hall right now and on the live stream with John O'Leary, a wonderful man, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Hi, St. Louis.
Good to be with you. We're going to talk to John Corbett, so let's keep it right here because you know how it is, Paul. Once they start to work their way down the red carpet, you'll lose them. We're not going to lose them. We're not going to lose them. So hang right here. We're going to go with him next. You got to just take control. You just got to. Look, man, I'm in sports. I work in sports. I've been in plenty of scrums in the locker room and on the field. If I need to get my guy, I'm going to get my guy. But Stephanie's terrific. I love talking to John. William H. Macy was so good and so thoughtful in his answers. Covering sports, it's the same thing to me. What you're covering here, what you're talking to people are human beings who care a lot about what they do, and they made a lot of sacrifices in their lives to get to this level, and continue to work very hard to make it the way that, let's say, John wants it to be, or the way the producers want it to be, or the way the director envisions it. And everybody eventually, collectively, comes together with a common nod and yes. We did this. We made this work. We made this happen. So for it all to come alive tonight on the screen is pretty incredible. I highly recommend, after you watch tonight, that you read the book if you haven't. And then after that, I would go online and pick a couple. They're all great. A couple of John's motivational speeches and where he has been through the years, the environments that he's been, the places that he's traveled, the people that he's talked to, if you add it all up, it really is just millions of people that have been inspired by somebody who came very, very close to death. And to be able to come back the way he has, and on top of it, not only did he come back and live and raise a family, but he's continued to double down and say, I can use my platform to inspire others. I'm going to take it to another level, and we are going to make this movie. You heard them all say the same thing. It kept being repeated over and over. It's going to get done. This movie is going to be made. We heard about it a long time ago at our radio station. I know you working in our building, Paul, and working at KSDK heard the same. You know, we heard that this was going to happen. And when John was involved, not knowing who else was in the background just yet, we knew eventually it was going to get done. He has this way of bringing people together. I also love what he said just a little while ago. In this climate today, there's a lot of arguing. There's a lot of back and forth. There are a lot of people that just aren't agreeing. The one thing we can agree on is that people are incredibly special and can be there for each other regardless of your affiliation, your background, or where you are. John, Tom Ackerman. He's got to take a photo. We're live inside Powell Hall. He's going to take a photo.
Tom Ackerman. Photos away. We're live.
We are live.
Where are we live?
We're live inside the building, inside Powell Hall.
Right.
So say hello, folks.
I can't wait to see Powell Hall.
He can't wait to come in. I won't be lying, I promise. John, just one quick thing. What inspires you about John O'Leary, the person, and then I'm going to ask you about the movie itself.
Well, have you met John?
I know John well.
Whatever you're going to say, I'll just say, yeah, me too, because he's kind of infectious in his approach to life. We all know about the tragedy of the fire. Well, maybe we don't. When he was 9, he almost died, 100% of his body burned, lost all his fingers amputated to the fire. Not immediately either, which was a drag. It took a little while before they said those have to go. And so when you hang out with John and you see that smile that he's got on his face, and you walk around your house going, this toilet doesn't work, you know, why can't I get the car that I want, or every other thing that people think about, you know, it just puts it into perspective when you hang out with John, how unimportant most things are. Because you and I can go like this. Hey, got a little bug, a little mosquito here. It's like, well, John can't even do that, and we just do this without thinking about it. You know, and then we've got a million complaints.
Yeah, it's well said. And just finally, shooting this in St. Louis, I saw you talking to our Joe Buck a little while ago.
Yeah.
I know, you know, it's a great town. What was it like being here?
It's cool. Yeah, I've been here a lot over the years, so I know St. Louis, and I've been here now for 4 days. So we're right downtown next to Busch Stadium, and at the Lowe's, and I'm walking around. I walked around for 3 hours today, just like that building there. What's that one called? Do you know?
That one, no, I don't know that one.
Art Deco. It takes up about a city block, and I just shot photographs of all the architecture here. Whoever built this city, I don't know where they learned these skills, but it's got some amazing architecture. So I just love the city. I want to see it come back, because as I was walking around for 2 hours, I saw about 100 people in the streets. I want to see this. I want to see these stores open back up. I want to see people walking around. Everybody seems to be having fun. But this city, like a lot of cities, I'm from Wheeling, West Virginia. It's kind of got the same vibe. A lot of downtowns boarded up. We got to figure out how to get businesses back in.
Nights like tonight can be a stepping stone towards that, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
John, thank you so much.
Thanks, Tom. All right, buddy.
John Corbett with us on the red carpet. What a day. We're going to talk to Joel Courtney, who plays John in the movie. We're going to do that momentarily. Let's send it back to Paul, and we'll be right back to you, Paul.
Wow. Wow. Tom Ackerman doing a great job, by the way. That is really cool. The big dogs, you know what? I feel like I've really gotten the celebrities, though, as I put my mint down. I've gotten the real life people that were part of John's life. No, actually both are amazing, but what's your name?
My name's John Jackson.
John Jackson, one of the roommates.
Yes.
SLU.
St. Louis University, yep. John and I became really good friends in high school. And I was a year ahead of him. When I was at St. Louis U, he moved into my dorm room, and we lived together for the next 3 years.
What did you think when you first met John?
I remember exactly where I was standing, and I shook his hand, and his arm is really firm. So I thought, oh, okay, that felt different. We were instantly friends. He was instantly likable and friendly, and just couldn't have been, this is when we're 15, 16 years old, so couldn't have been a better guy.
You know, it's good to talk about, though, when you first met him, because when you have someone who's been through what he has, you kind of go back like you feel insecure, like I don't want to say something wrong, I don't want to, and I think that's something to kind of normalize just how we feel and just be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's something that for a lot of people, I'm sure that when you meet John, it's probably the first time you've met someone that's an amputee or that's been through a fire or whatever. I remember, like, my kids, obviously, he's the godfather of one of my sons, and he is a part of their lives from forever. So for them, it's just John, It's a great thing.
That's really cool. And then you guys did some construction together or some business later?
We did, yep. So after college, his construction company that he owned and operated, I helped him with that, and we had a great time for about 10 years. And I remember when he left the construction and started speaking, it was really, really exciting. And now to be here where we are 15 years later or more, it's incredible to see how far he's come, and it's really an unbelievable story.
This doesn't happen. You know what I mean? This doesn't happen. It's unbelievable. So everyone take a breath. You know what I mean? And say, I'm here right now, and I'm going to experience it. You were part of it back then and now. Thank you so much for coming.
You got it. Thank you.
Great to meet you. All right, let's go back out to Tom. I'm sure he's wrangling some folks. What do you got, Tom?
We're going to be talking here momentarily with Joel Courtney. Joel Courtney, we'll talk to him momentarily here. He is playing John in the movie. We'll get right back to him. I'm going to send it back to you, let him finish one interview, and we'll get right back.
You got it.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, you got it. I know Tom's wrangling people, and really awesome work with him on this one. Just amazing inside here. Just talking to so many people. It is unbelievable. I mean, CEOs, the mayor's walking around. We thank you so much for being here as well and watching. And let's go back out to Tom Ackerman out there right now. What are you seeing, buddy?
Devon Franklin, you play Nurse Roy.
Yes.
In the movie. What an incredible night this is.
It really is. I mean, I'm just honored to be a part of this movie, honored to be a part of this cast, and to bring John O'Leary's story to life. John O'Leary is one of the most incredible people I've ever met, and his story is worthy to be told. So to be a part of this and see all this is truly amazing.
And you knew right away when you came up here, you said you knew this was the live stream. This was the John O'Leary live stream. And we're also on inside Powell Hall for everybody there.
Oh, I love
it. This is really special. A world premiere of a movie is a magical night. I personally haven't been part of something like this. What is it like from your perspective?
You know what? Every movie is a miracle. And there's so much work that goes into getting a movie made. So a night like tonight is truly a night to celebrate the miraculous accomplishment it is to produce a movie. I mean, think about all the things that have to work together for a film to get made. So I look at tonight as celebration. I look at tonight as proof that, faith works. I mean, when you look at John's story, it's amazing. When you look at Linda, who was one of the producers, who really was the driving force. When you look at Sean, our director, I mean, it's amazing. So a night like tonight reminds me that this is why we do it. We do it for movies that can affect the world, and this is one of those films.
You know Joel well.
Yes.
Tell me, we're going to talk to him next, but tell me about him, his career up and coming now into this role. He's about to turn 30. He's a superstar.
Wow. I mean, 30 years old. He's way ahead of the game. The cool thing about Joel is he and I did the movie Jesus Revolution together, and then we did this film together. And what I can tell you is the heart that he portrays on screen is the same heart that he has behind the scenes. He is dynamic. He has a tremendous character. He's so talented. And the thing about him, he's a good person. And when you see the roles that he plays really good people. And when his performance as John O'Leary is unbelievable because it's such a hard part to get right. And so what you see and who he is everything, not only in front of the camera, but behind the camera too.
What is your thinking of your role? What importance, and it is big, does Roy have in this movie?
Nurse Roy is the nurse that rehabilitated John when he was 9 years old after he got burned 100% of his body. And Nurse Roy was the one that would get John up and would tell him, boy, you're going to walk. And then the thing about Nurse Roy is he said something that was so emotional and powerful to me, is that, don't worry, I'm going to walk with you. And I think that's what we all want in life. You know, walking in life is hard, but just knowing we got somebody to walk with us gives us the reassurance that we're going to be okay. And so that's what Nurse Roy was really doing with young John. Let him know it's going to hurt, but I promise you, you're going to be okay. And you're not in this alone. You have help.
What an inspiring night. Great words there from Devon Franklin. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Truly appreciate you. Right on.
Red carpet. Having a great time here. We've got one more just walked behind us. We're going to get him. That's Joel Courtney. Let me send it back to you, Paul, briefly, and then come back to me, and we'll wrap things up. I believe will be our final celebrity on the red carpet, Joel Courtney.
Yes, indeed, Tom. And you know what? It's a good point. They just did the lights, the off and on light move, you know, that happens. And folks are moving on in here to the theater. You know what? It's like that school trip to the Powell Symphony Hall like we all had. Do you have your permission slip? Yes, I do. And boom, the school trip is here. And, well, it's much better. It's much bigger because everybody's wearing a tuxedo. And this is just an amazing, incredible effort. And talking to John's mom, fascinating, and she leaned in on community, and it's so important how important the community was in her life, John's life, and putting this thing together, right? I mean, even this night, tonight, not just the movie, which is community, but just this night. It's so well done, and I'm just honored to be part of it. Absolutely. I don't know where you are out there now. I don't have anybody. I guess I could just talk on and on for a bit, but Tom, you've been doing a great job out there on the red carpet. It's okay if you want me to continue to talk here. We can send it back out to you, buddy.
You can send it back out to me because it'll just be a matter of seconds here before I get Joel. He's going to come to us next. I think people are going to be blown away by his performance, and that's not to short anybody else because, of course, everybody in this movie is amazing, but they all are just not only the members of the cast, but people who have already screened this movie are blown away by how Joel captured John's mannerisms.
Totally agree. Totally agree. I mean, it's unbelievable.
How he captured just everything about it from a visual standpoint. But I'll bet you when I ask him about that, he's going to be talking about more of how John inspired him.
Yeah.
And how everybody came together in this movie. But he is going to take the world by storm on this movie, is my prediction. Now, the whole movie is going to be an absolute showcase tonight. People are going to be watching this. They're going to walk away with, I think, some tears. I think they're going to walk away with some strong feelings about what they saw, but also they'll be inspired maybe tomorrow to help somebody, to reach out to somebody. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to go open a door for someone, lend a helping hand, make an extra phone call. You know, there are so many ways that you can contribute in this society just by taking a little extra time. Maybe this is the movie that you thought about doing that for somebody and now you're going to do it tomorrow. Or maybe you thought about spending 5 minutes with somebody and now you're going to stretch it to 30. Or maybe you're going to stretch it to an hour. Or maybe you're going to continue to think about ways that, you know, you can be a better person inside. I think that's one of the inspirational things that comes out of a movie like this. Joel, Tom Ackerman.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Now, we are live. We're on John O'Leary's live stream. We're also live inside Powell Hall. One thing that I have told people is that I've known John for a long, long time. I know you've heard this a million times already, but the way that you captured his mannerisms, the way that you captured him was phenomenal. It really was. I wanted to hear you talk about that, but also I would imagine that you're going to talk about how he inspired you in this endeavor, in this project.
Absolutely, 100%. So in preparation, I went on YouTube and I found as many of his live speaking engagements as I possibly could. And there's a lot, and I recommend people go and watch him. Read the book, watch his videos, interact with his team online. He's incredible, and his message is powerful, and it's necessary. So physically, that's where I learned that. And from his voice, I got that from his book. I almost imagined like I had John speaking to me privately, telling me his life, telling me his stories, the lessons, the inflection points, the big moments in his life where he was taking away these lessons that changed him, turned him into the man that he is today, and that he's now spreading with the world. So that's how I learned his voice. And the man himself, from himself. He was on set over 90% of the time. And he was accessible to us immediately from the get-go. He gave me his phone number. He said, night or day, call me, text me, whatever you need. If you have a question, I'll answer it. And I'd be happy to answer it. He took me out to dinners. He took me to lunches. He welcomed me into his home with his family. I got to hold his Hall of Fame baseball from Jack Buck. I actually got to hold it, which is insane because it's crystal. And, like, if you drop that thing, and I'm kind of a klutz, like, I was very nervous holding that, but he allowed me to do that. He allowed me into his life. He welcomed me into his life, and he was a servant to the film. If anyone needed anything, he was there. And even today, like, if I were to call John tomorrow and be like, hey, man, like, what can I do? How can I help? I'll be there. Do this. Like, he's incredible.
What Sean McNamara told us, that it felt like everybody's first choice said yes on this. Script, read, yes, I want this. And now it feels like the right decision, that you all came together as a family. You'll never forget this, your experience together.
Never, ever, 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 ever. This has been a unique experience. I think true stories usually are, but this has been so special and unbelievable, and definitely a standout in my career. You know, I don't have the longest career. I've been doing this for a good amount of time, but this has been an absolute standout moment, and I will never forget it. And this night is a testament to that. All of these people are here to support John, his family, his story, his legacy that will never end.
Appreciate your time. Congratulations on this. Have a great night tonight.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
Joel Courtney with us, Paul, outside on the red carpet. And I feel a cool breeze coming from my left, from the street. That means that the crowd has dissipated, that the line of celebrities is over, that the doors are opening, and that we are about to start. I'm going to send it to you to wrap things up from inside Powell Hall, and we say so long from the red carpet. It has been some experience getting ready for Soul on Fire.
Absolutely extraordinary job out there, Tom. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, we are inside talking to everyone, and we have a young lady. State your name.
My name is Amy Loyette Burmester, and I have the wonderful privilege, truly, of working with John O'Leary every day. So this has been a dream come true to be here tonight.
Wow, it's great to have you. You look beautiful. Can you believe all this?
Thank you. No, I mean, truly it's amazing, and to see so many people from John's story and truly the story of St. Louis. I mean, we've got the mayor here. We have the Billiken mascot here. We even have...
We got the Billiken, man. I did not know this. It's news just in.
But it's so great. I mean, we have John's, obviously John's kids here, John's siblings here, John's mom's here. Like, we have Dr. Avagian, who was one of the doctors that helped save John's life. So truly the amount of people that are here from all aspects of John's life has just been amazing. And to be able to bring this story to so many people is such an honor.
It really is. And as I was listening to Tom out there talking to people, I thought it's contagious. The John O'Leary factor is contagious. You know, everyone is trying to be their best self by being around him. I can see he's inspired you so much too.
Definitely, and he does such incredible work every Monday. He has his Monday motivation that just brings such great perspective to life and all the struggles and the daily pains that we all face in life. And then every week he has his Live Inspired podcast where he welcomes on a different guest who from from all different walks of life and from all different perspectives to shine some joy and light and inspiration into everybody's life. So yeah, it's truly what he does is infectious, and it's so great that he is so willing and able to share his message with everybody.
Yeah, you know, I know he won't get a big head. I don't know how. I don't know how he won't be. If it was me, I'd be back to saying, "Give me my personal assistant." You know what I mean? I need the M&Ms and a jar. I mean, I would be a diva. He's unbelievable with humility.
I'll tell you a story. Sneak peek. Never heard before until just now.
Wait a minute. Hot tip here. Hot take. Go ahead.
Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news. Yesterday we were at the press junket, and he is getting ready for his interviews, and he's with Bill Macy, and
Bill Macy.
Billy boy.
Billy.
And he was talking and, had his cup of water in his hand and kind of gestured it. And I was just like, yep, I'll take it. I thought he was giving me his water so he could go do his interview. And he was like, oh my gosh, Amy, I would never do that. And so that is truly, I'm like, I'm just here to.
That's a tiny thing. You are there to help him, but that.
Yeah, he's like, no need to help. So yeah.
What? Unbelievable. I'm waiting on the podcast, by the way, the invite. Oh. Yeah, because, I'll ham it up.
I'll have my people talk to your people.
I know some people, and then you can hold my water, because that's how I would do during the podcast.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you can tell she helps in the promotion area, the podcast, every blah, 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 and that was
every Thursday, yes. So we just had a podcast with this morning drop with Joel Courtney. So he's the gentleman who plays John O'Leary in the movie. And then next week will be William H. Macy, and the following week will be our interview with John Corbett. So lots still more to come on the Voices of Soul on Fire podcast series.
Wow, Bill Macy. And you got some in the can there. That's going to be some big stuff. All right, well, it's so nice to meet you, and good luck to you.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy tonight.
We already are. Thank you very much. Wow. Everyone is just so wonderful. It's amazing. I feel a little bit like a broken record, going on and on, but isn't it interesting what comes from pain and being a human birth this cool stuff that is so inspiring. It's really cool. And I'm just going to keep talking to you because we're going to do a podcast.
Are we still on the air?
We kind of are. Okay. We kind of are. Tell me.
We're just going to take over the whole show. Who cares about the red carpet anymore? You got us.
You've got us. How long? Because Tom's done. They're trying to get this thing going. You are holding up the, Amy, you are holding, no, you are not.
Don't tell Sony. I wasn't holding this up.
That's funny. I have a little story. I went to this movie when it first, I don't know, months ago when it was at the High Point, and he was on Channel 5 with me, and it was really cool. And I arrived a little bit late. Of course, I wanted to take a picture when I got in there, right? I take flash. I flashed the entire, not flash, but the whole thing flash. So then I sat down right behind Julie Buck and her mom, which was amazing. Oh. That was amazing.
And I will say, I have had the pleasure of being able to see this movie in a couple different formats just in the 2 years since we filmed it. And it's so interesting because every time I feel like I watch it, I connect with a different one of the characters. So I was actually at that High Point screening as well, sitting, we must have been pretty close to each other because I was caddy corner. And that seeing Julie and Carol Buck there, I just did have this you really connected with the Jack Buck, John O'Leary relationship. More specifically, I don't want spoilers at home, more specifically when John could not get himself to go into the hospital. And just we all have that imposter syndrome pain, or just feeling like you don't belong or feeling that you're out of place. So it's just so interesting how every time you watch the movie, there is a different message that you can get from it.
Because there's so many characters. I mean, there's so many people that have, I love that you mentioned that. I think that's a really important moment for all of us to be human. And even this wonderful giant, he's had a regret on something. So we will let it go to that.
Right.
But thank you for...
Thank you. I feel like they're telling us to wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, that was good, too. You could be a producer and on the air. Well, like everyone said, it's been a real honor to be here, and I feel that way. I really feel that way. So thank you so much, John O'Leary, and everybody who is so pivotal in putting this thing together. And here we go. It's time. We're going back in here. We're going into Powell Symphony Hall for the big night to begin.
I remember being burned in the garage. I remember the ride in the ambulance. I remember what my dad said when we got to the hospital and the first couple hours of burn care afterwards. And then it starts to fade to black. The film takes place in 3 different eras of my life. As a kid, before and after I got burned, when I'm about 21 in college, and then as I'm starting to figure out what the story means later on in life when I'm married with kids, but not yet fully embracing my scars.
I have learned a lot about life and the life that I would like to live by playing John. This isn't about when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. This is you almost died. Move on. Be thankful. Love everybody.
For a long time, of course, I would have chosen to grow up without any of this. I would love for my fingers to grow back and the scars to fade and my life to be normal. It's important people recognize, including the one answering, that if I go back and blow out the fire before it happens, I blow out what happened in the front yard that we filmed earlier today. Siblings coming together, our faith that was tested and validated, the parents' love that they modeled, the friendship with Jack Buck that took a lifetime afterwards to really form right, where I went to college, who I met there, the words I do that I spoke to her on an altar, the 4 kids we have together today.
It would be so easy for John to accept a victim mentality. He rejects it at every turn. John is active every day in his life. He's not just out of bed, he's awake.
So when you go around life and you wish away the bad stuff, you've also got to give away all the good stuff that came out of it. And in my life, ignoring the movie and the books and the speaking, my life is so good. So it's not easy, it's not perfect, it's not without pain, but it's a life I wouldn't trade with anybody else. I've always thought motivational speaking is a bit like taking a shower. It wears off rapidly. Inspiration is more like fuel in the tank. And that is something we can return to again and again and again. So we're trying to promote not just a buzz, but a characteristic of grit, faithfulness, determination, power to overcome the tough stuff in life, but also the decision to make a difference for others.